Hey, this is Ryan Jones from Serverless Guru. In this video, we're gonna look at a review of everything we've built so far, and kind of get an idea for what's coming up next in the course. So, in the past few videos, we've created the following things. We did a create user lambda. We did a get user lambda. We had an update user lambda and a delete user lambda. So full CRUD functionality. What that looks like in API Gateway is we have /users with a post and a get. So that allows us to both create a new user and get all users. And then we have /users/ID, and then that allows us to delete a user by ID, to get a user by ID, and to also update a user by ID. So those three things. All those things together allow us to basically create all this different functionality. And then now if we look back at the API Gateway, Lambda, we learned about IAM. So we learned how to basically create these IAM policies to add to our Lambda functions to give them more ability to do these actions. We also learned a little bit more about CloudWatch logging and how to basically check these. We learned that each time that you create a Lambda, it creates a CloudWatch log group. And these log groups contain logs about the invocations. An invocation is simply a Lambda being triggered. So it'll show you the logs that came through when that Lambda was triggered. We covered DynamoDB a little bit more. Oh, and we also covered Postman. So we were able to test all the APIs using this third-party tool called Postman, which makes it really easy to make sure that everything is working, not just from the AWS console, but also from outside the AWS console. And you can see that the process not being as good as it could be. So when you look at creating these manually, you can tell there's a lot of options, there's a lot of different screens, there's a lot of confusing things around why didn't this work? You have to edit policies for IAM. All you want to do is just create an API and you have all these different steps, right? So as we get into the next section, I'll show you how this just automatically happens in the background, and you'll see how amazing the serverless framework is now that you have context for how to do it the hard way, right? You'll see what is the easy way to do this. And then also, let's see what else we got in here. So you could basically use this same type of API for any code, right? So Lambda supports, let's actually take a look. You can say create function. So here's all the runtimes. So there's Go, Java, Python, Ruby, .NET, all this stuff. And they're all able to be used to create Lambda functions. That's an important note to have, is that this can be used anywhere. And you can also mix and match. You can have Python lambdas and Node.js lambdas that all connect to API Gateway, right? So you can have multiple developers on your team that all speak different programming languages, all working together seamlessly to create backend APIs. That's really powerful. And then also the serverless framework. So as we get into the serverless framework, like I said, you'll see how streamlined this is. You won't have to be switching here to do an IAM policy or going here and manually updating something, or pretty much we won't be working in the console anymore past this point. So everything else that we do past this point will all be done locally, and that means that we'll be writing code on our computer and writing the automation for all the services. So API Gateway, DynamoDB, the Lambda functions, all that stuff. So what I would probably recommend you do is go through and delete everything that we've done so far, and then I'll see you in the next video where we automate all this stuff and we recreate all of it through automation.